Hello. 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 Welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. My name is Jason Newland. My website's jasonnewland.com. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. It's fairly late actually. It's 8 minutes past 11 into evening. And I'm looking after my friend's dog since 10 o'clock. It's a bit random. Normally I'm in bed by now. So I'm not completely relaxed, having him here. So when I do go to bed, I'll take him with me. But he's all right. But he's a little bit fidgety, It's not going to be a proper night's sleep. Which is okay. I mean, what does it matter? What does it matter? So only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So far, I need to make a few changes, but the subscriptions of my YouTube channel have calmed down a little bit today. Like from Saturday, I had 750 subscribers on YouTube. Sunday went up to 776. So was that 26? But today it's only gone up 3. It's now 779. It's like, what's going on? It's the lowest ever. Unless, you know what it could be? It could be that all of my campaigns are finished. It's been 7 days. So maybe I've got no more videos being promoted on YouTube. Oh. Could be the reason. Actually, I'm just looking at my laptop. Yeah, that does make sense, because I've only had 687 views today on YouTube. Cost, blimey, £19.84. So it's, I think basically I've got quite a few campaigns that are now finished. So I need to look and find out which ones are which. Because I've not been promoting the recent videos. So probably the last 4 videos I've not promoted. And although they've not getting the same numbers as the others that I did promote, they're still getting a hell of a lot more numbers than before. So, which I'm quite pleased about. I'm quite pleased. So, I really am. So I've uploaded one on the 12th, one on the 13th, and 2 today. This one now won't be uploaded till tomorrow, because I'll be in bed when I finish this. But the one that I uploaded on the 11th has got 127 views, but that was promoted. Bearing in mind, I'm technically a new YouTuber now. But then I uploaded the one on the 12th, and it's had 61 views. Not promoted that one. And the one I put in yesterday, 48 views. No promotion. I've uploaded 2 today. One's had 3 and one's had none. So it's going well. Oh. I had a message from Safix. I found your channel just a couple of days ago. Your videos really have been helping me out lately. Thank you very much. Well, thank you. So I've had the thing about YouTube is you do get feedback. It's not always nice feedback, to be fair, but there is feedback. Don't really get a huge amount of feedback on podcasts, but podcasts is where my effort has been for quite a while. So yeah, it's kind of, I might not get much feedback, but I get the statistical feedback, if that makes sense. So, you know, I don't know if that does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So I'm getting people listening to my podcast. So that kind of means that maybe some people like my stuff. That's my logic. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is go through YouTube. Oh, here's a thing. My camera. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Stupid camera. Where is it? I don't know where the camera is at. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This is my camera. I'm recording this on my phone. This is my camera. Okay. It says that the SD card is full. Now, you could say, well, just get a different card. If the SD card is full, empty it. I've tried emptying it, ain't working. And they're not cheap, the SD cards. I mean, let me tell you how much they are. Because there's no point getting a small one. That one is Amazon SD card for camera. So, SD card. So, it's 64GB one. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. 32GB card is, yeah, it's cheap. 128GB card. Yes, it's not that expensive. 22 quid. But I need a big one. So I need it really. That's weird. 32. There's no point having a 32GB card in my camera when the video sometimes comes up at like 35, 39, 40GB. So having a small card like that, it's no good. Having a 128GB card, again, is like, it's £23. But how useful is that when it's going to hold 4, 8, maybe 3 videos? Now there are other ones. There's a 512GB. To be fair, that's only £28. Memory card 512GB. And what I really need is, you know, a million terabyte. That would be good. One that never runs out ever. About the time this is Nui Flash smart card. I just realised what I've done. I realised what's happened to this card. Blimey. Maybe that's what it is. Do you think maybe it's locked? Or it thinks it's locked? Let me just check. Because it's annoying trying to... Memory card locked. Okay. So why can't I get rid of the delete items? Can't delete anything. So if I turn it off, go in again and unlock the thing. So if you ever use these things, tiny little thing, look, they have a little thing at, I think you can see that there. Now I've made a mistake of locking it by mistake. And wasn't able. Ooh, made the dog jump. Wasn't able to use it. Right, so I put it back in. Tracking cancel. So all I want to do, okay. No images. It's saying there's nothing on the disk. There's nothing. Nothing to delete. Yet the card is full. I'm getting a little fed up with technology not working. I managed to get the Zoom recording studio working again. Ooh, look at that. I forgot I could make it bigger. I'm recording myself. I really don't know how to get rid of this stuff. All I want to do is just get it gone. Get rid of everything off the card without having to buy a new card. Because this is 256 gigabytes, this one. And it just isn't. Record settings, Xavier, yeah. I genuinely don't understand. I've looked at it, I've tried to figure out, and it ain't happening. I'll get rid of that. Chuck it out the window. Oh, go away. Now, it was working fine. Although, to be fair, it's a bit duller. This is a much brighter picture. It's not like a perfect picture, but it's still... The other one was quite dull. Quite, you know? A bit, So, I've gone back to using the microphone, connecting it to an adapter, connected to an iRig, that then connects into the iPhone. And then what I do is I airdrop the video from there to the iPad. If that doesn't work, because sometimes it doesn't work, I have to upload the video to the iCloud on my phone. And then once it's on the iCloud, it should be eventually available on the iPad, but it could be hours before that happens. But for some reason, once it's on the iCloud, I seem to be able to airdrop it easier to the iPad. Who knows why? Someone knows why, I'm sure. And so then I open it up at the moment with Luminosity, which is the current video editing software that I use. Although I'm planning to learn another one. So I upload the video. I then save the video as an audio file. So download that, and then I process that audio file. It's boring, isn't it? Process that audio file using an audio software, and just to cut off a bit of the end and then beginning, just fade in, fade out. Save it as a WAV file. Then I upload it to, what is it called? Orphonic. and Auphonic processes it, so raises the volume, increases everything, makes it sound better, hopefully. Then I download Auphonic and open it up again in the editing file. I reduce the sound by a little bit because it's usually just a bit too loud. So I just take the edge off so it's more, so it doesn't kind of keep hitting the red areas of the thing. Then I listen through it. If it's just a normal, me talking normally like this, it's usually okay. But I did a whisper one earlier and there was a lot of hissing and a lot of distortion in between me talking, so I had to edit that. It took me about an hour and a half, which is annoying. So this situation is not ideal for whispering, having the iPhone and everything like this. Sometimes it's fine. It might have been, who knows, it might have been distortion from, to be fair, it could be anything. It could be something that's I can't stand all these wires. That winds me up. Okay. So it could be an electrical wire that's I just realised there's an electric wire attached, wrapped around the other wire, the microphone wire. So that could have been what was causing the distortion. The thing is, I can't listen to this as I record it, so I don't know what it sounds like. The only way I could listen to it is if it was live, and for some reason YouTube won't let me go live, not using this system. I can go live on YouTube, I just can't use it doing this because it doesn't, if it's the microphone or the adapter, it just doesn't seem to work. Although I can go live on Facebook, but there you go. So once I have done that, so I've downloaded it from Auphonic, having been processed. Take the edge off, just modify it, change it a little bit lower because it's too high, and then do any editing, but I have to make sure that I don't delete anything from it, because it's exactly the same length as the video. If I start cutting bits out, basically, I just realised something that I didn't do. Wow, completely forgot. Blimey, I forgot to do this. There was a bit in the video that I didn't delete. Right, okay. I'm going to have to redo that video, because there's a bit where I might start swearing, I forget. And I might clap. Right, I'm going to have to put that onto... Or did I delete it? I might have deleted it. I don't remember. I don't remember. There was a bit where I banged the microphone and I deleted it, but I might... In fact, I think what happened is I just cut off the end before it got to that bit. Yeah, that's it. That's fine. I hope so. I'll leave it as it is. I'll just hope for the best. Okay, so then what I do is I go to... and I save that file as original in brackets, and then the name of the file, the name of the recording. Upload that to Luminosity, which is the video editing software I've got on my iPad. So upload that, add that to the video file, sync it up with the video file so it's exactly the same, you know, hello, not hello, 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 welcome to, you know, nothing like that. It's completely synced. Takes a little bit of practice. I'm getting better at it. Not great, but better. And I hope, you know, the dog's just farted. And it's really bad. Like, oh, that's no better. Just smelt itself. I think I smell worse than his farts. Oh. So, yeah, you do the, upload it to Luminosity, sync it with, oh, man, he's done another one. Seriously. And then, once I synced them together, I turn the volume off of the video. So I just had the audio. That makes sense, yeah. And then check it again. Go all the way through it. I don't listen to or watch the whole thing, but go through to the end. Make sure the ending's still synced as well. And then I kind of clean it off at the end and make it start at the beginning, so it's all kind of perfectly matched. So the volume's off the video and the volume's on the audio. So it's just one thing, like this. I mean, the fact is that I could do this without doing that. But the volume wouldn't be very high. It'd be very low volume. And it needed to be a bit louder for video. And also for the podcast. So the next thing I do is I add, at the moment, this is going to change because once I learn to use the Adobe Premiere Pro, Premiere Plus, Premiere Pro, whatever it is. Once I learn to use that, then the videos should be better. But at the moment, I upload an image, which is usually the image. So for this one, it'll be Let Me Bore You to Sleep, and that will be in the corner there. Or there, depends which way. No, there, it'll be there. And then there'll be a little one there, which is the subscribe. At the moment, I'm just putting it there for now. And then there will be a little bit of text. So I do that image first, and then I change the size of it so it just stays in one bit, that one, and then the text, and make them all to be the same length as the video. At the moment, I'm not making thumbnails. That is something that I'm going to need to do. Never bothered with thumbnails in the past, really. Did I? No, I think I did sometimes, but generally I don't. I will. I have done it in the past, but not properly. Really done it, really sort of looked into it. But the way I see it is this. The way I see it is that I can't do everything all at once. I can't learn everything at the same time. I've got to gradually do it. Because with the Luminosity video editing software, it's a very basic, but there's stuff on there I didn't know how to use, and it's almost hidden, and I've learned how to use it. So I'm quite pleased with myself. I've learned how to use Luminosity. I've learned how to use audio software that I've got on the iPad as well. That's a premium thing that I paid for. It's kind of basic, but at the same time, I know more my way around it more than I did before, because I've been using it for a couple of years. Luminosity, I've only been using it for since I've been making videos again, so for the last year or so, and that's been sporadic. A bit more now, but in the past. So I've been using it every day for the last week or so. That's about it. So I'm kind of getting used to it. I used to use the Windows video editing thing. What did that used to be called? Let me have a look. I'll look online. Windows video editor. Windows video editor. Windows Movie Maker. That was it. I used to use Windows Movie Maker. And it stopped. It used to be, it's apparent to this, you can still get Windows Video Editor 2022. You can still get it. No way. Anyway, I used to have it because it was in 14th of September 2000. You got it with Windows Me. I never had Windows Me, I don't think. I think Windows Me was really bad, if I remember. Windows XP, then Windows Vista. And the operating systems, Windows 7, 8, 8.1, and then Windows 10. I don't know what Windows we're in now. So, Microsoft, let's go to the Microsoft.com. Because I used to like the Windows Movie Editor or Movie Maker. Very easy to use. I used it for years. Years and years. Choose a star. And photos were created. Tune a video and a photo. Okay. Right. It's not really giving a lot of information. It's talking about Microsoft Photos. Player, check it. Get. Sell or see. Enhance, create videos. Okay, let's have a look. Learn more. Create videos. Create films with video editor. Windows 11, Windows 10. For fast and simple, easy clip editing, you can use Video Editor app. Ready for more options. Well, I didn't know that you could even get it anymore. I'm looking at the screen down there, but I didn't know you could even get it anymore. I didn't think it was even available. I know it used to be, because I used to use it. In fact, it was my go-to. It was the place I went to. I didn't go to it because it was on the computer, but it was the one that I used. It's the one that I found easy. But now, anyway, so there's that. I'll go back to what I was saying. Just have a quick drink. Yeah, so upload all that stuff. Get the text on it, get the 2 images, all the same length on the timeline, then upload it to Photos. So that takes a while, the processing to upload it. Not a huge amount of time, maybe half an hour sometimes, something like that, maybe less. And then I don't always go straight ahead and do that. Sometimes I think, well, I need to work on the podcast now and get that uploaded, because getting a video onto YouTube is secondary to getting the podcast uploaded. So it just takes a lot longer. making the video, putting it together, editing the audio, syncing it, and then the processing time or the rendering time, whatever they want to call it. Uploading to YouTube can take an hour. So when I'm doing that, I can use the iPad, but it's kind of, I can't log out. I can't log out. I got to leave that window open. I can use other windows, but that needs to be open. So I just generally leave it alone. So what I do is I would do the editing for my podcasts first before uploading the video. So I do that, get them all done. The one, the basic one, the one music, the one 5-hour, 10-hour one, get them all done and uploaded onto iCloud. Then I will upload the video to YouTube, leave it over there, and just let it do its thing. Just leave it alone. And then I'll sit down and I've got my two phones, and then I'll start to upload the podcasts from iCloud onto the podcasts, which can take half an hour, depending. And then when that's done, I will come back over here on the laptop. This is where I do I do different things on here to what I do on the iPad. So on here, I will go to my podcast host, Spreaker, and then I will change all the titles. So for, let's say the one I did just now, Deep Sleep Whisper, well, a few hours ago. It's called Tranquility, number 466, Deep Sleep Whisper Hypnosis. I published it, I don't know. So what was that? So 1, 12, 11, 10. So I published the first one at 10. He's making some weird twitches. I should get him, try and get it. There's no room for him to get up to say hello to you. This is quite... I don't know if you can see. I've got my bookcase behind. I've got two bookcases behind me. But there's not a lot of room. I know before I had the TV behind and there was the room, but it just seemed a bit messy. This seems a little bit tidier. A little bit, slightly. So, yeah, so I did that and I uploaded the first one at 10. Then I've got the second one that was with music I put it on scheduled for 11 o'clock. Then the next one, the 5-hour one, is midnight. And then the 10-hour one is released at 1 a.m. So it's now 11:41. So they're all scheduled to be released. When I finish that, it's done. So that's kind of the whole process, really. The whole process, other than actually recording the thing. Now, that Deep Sleep Whisper recordings, I would say, is quite good. Unfortunately, quality-wise, the sound wasn't so great. Because in between me talking, there's it was like a little vibrator going on, and a vibration sound. So I needed to go through the whole recording, and it was only a 30-minute recording, but 20-minute recording, but it still takes some time. So I kind of got my mind made up now that I need to learn the Adobe suite. I need to learn a bit more of the professional side of editing, because just from my own, it's not just for me, but it's I I don't like it when it sounds buzzy, or when it's like what's that about? And I know, if I'm recording straight into the phone, it's different compared to if I was recording into, if I was recording on, which is probably a better way of doing it actually now thinking about it. If I recorded this directly into the phone but using the audio software, and then just filming the video, separate, I'm going to be syncing the two together anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I could record this and use the other phone to... Hadn't even thought about doing that. I could have done that. Yeah, could have done that. I don't even know if it would work. I don't know. I don't know if it'd even work using the audio software plugged in with the iRig. I didn't know. I might have done it before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. You might have done it before, but I don't know if you did. Not to know. I don't know. You may have done it before. I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah. So there's a fair bit goes into the whole process. And sometimes it's really smooth. It goes really smoothly. And other times it's not so smooth. For example, if I got someone knock on the door twice, 2 different times while I'm making this, and then someone rings me, and then there's someone in the garden screaming, which I sometimes get, or the dog wants to go out for a wee-wee, or I need to go out for a wee-wee, or I start coughing or sneezing or farting or whatever. I never fart. But it could be, there could be many interruptions throughout the actual video, which means I would need to really go through it very carefully, to make sure that that stuff is edited out. But in a situation like this, it's gone very smoothly. There might be distortion in the audio like there was in the other one. I won't know till I've finished, until I listen to it. But as far as a video goes, because I can edit the audio to have it exactly the same length as it was originally, but I can take bits out and get rid of it. So if there's a meow, I don't know why there would be a cow sound, but if there was a cow sound, I could remove it quite easily, and I can do that. And there's if I was willing to spend 2-3 hours, I can make it sound pretty good. Really, I could do a lot with it, but I don't want to spend huge amounts of time editing audio. I only really spend time when it comes out awful. And I just don't want to waste that 20 minutes of audio. Especially if it's okay, it's quite a good recording. Quality of content wise. I mean, when I was making that Deep Sleep Whisper Tranquility earlier, I was practically falling asleep doing it. Whisper now. The other day I actually made a video and I did fall asleep. or you could hear near the ending of the recording. There was me, and and then every now and then I'd like wake up like, and now as you become like a plane, like it was in need of editing the sound. And the good thing with a video is you don't necessarily have to delete the video bit. You can just, if you change and get rid of the audio without the length changing, it almost doesn't matter because it's in between me talking. So you just can't hear it anyway. And yeah, it's alright. It works out. As long as it's the same length and I sync the voice and syncs with the thing, that's what it really matters. So that's good, isn't it? Really, that's the main thing. Really, so I'm messing around on a video. If only you could see, if you could, all these podcasting listeners, if you could see me on the video, you could see that I am being very, very childish, very, very childish. Indeed. Yes, I know. What are you moaning about? Excuse me, that was a bit noisy. So yeah, it's a late night for me. It's nearly 12 o'clock. I don't normally stay up this late anymore, which is weird considering a year ago I was up all night and then something changed. Yeah, a few things changed a year ago, yeah. But I remember, I think one of the main, I remember the time I went to Cornwall and I started waking up at about 6 every morning when I was there. And part of the reason for that is there was nothing for me to do. It was, I mean, what is it, 2022? They were still partially in lockdown. This was June last year. Everyone was still wearing masks. The local pub you had to give your name before you could go in, all that crap. And they didn't stay open late. They were closing early. They really, I think they'd gone so long without having many customers. When they actually started getting customers, they were just too lazy to do anything. It's like they didn't want to work. They were honestly, they were closing early. Said, "Oh no, we don't want your money. Don't need your money. Thanks anyway. Yeah, we're going to close at 8. A pub closing at 8. Yeah, it's not enough customers. Okay, all right." And there was nothing to do. We were in the middle, literally in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't a shop that was walkable distance. And, if you're going to go somewhere, I realise, everyone's different. But if I'm going to go somewhere, I need to be able to get to places walking. And if it's a summer holiday, if it's somewhere like Cornwall, I need to be near a beach, like within 5 or 10 minute walk to the beach. I don't need to be on the beach, but within distance to the beach. 5 or 10 minutes walk. not 10, 20 miles drive. You know? Yeah. Otherwise, it's not a holiday. For me, being stuck in it was a nice little, I don't know what it was, cottage thingy. There was 3 bedrooms, a living room, bathroom, and a bog, and a little kitchenette thing. And it was nice, like chalets, I guess. They're kind of chalets, and they had a television. But if I watched television, first of all, I would have to watch what they were watching, because there was my friend, her husband, and her mum, and me. So I would have had to sit and watch what they wanted. Secondly, I would have had to sat with them. I'd have to sit next to them. I don't like to sit next to people. So I think I did sit down once, and I got a chair from the kitchen or somewhere, and they're like, "Why don't you sit next to me?" Like, because I don't want to. I don't want to sit next to people. I don't. It's too close, too close to human contact. It's just, it's just me. It's my personal preference. I have a chair. I have a double settee there, recliner, that I inherited from a friend. The seat next to me is always full of stuff. That's where I put stuff. No one sits there. If anyone comes in here, there's a seat over there. They can sit on the seat. No one sits on the seat next to me. Never going to happen. If it could happen in a romantic situation, but it's not going to happen in a normal day-to-day situation. If I'm sitting here, my friend can sit on my seat on the thing. I don't care. I'm not that precious about that. But the seat next to it, that's like a little table for me. That's where the remote controls go for the TV and for the internet thing. That's where I put my biscuit tin, my chocolates, just bits and bobs. It just collects stuff. Toilet roll. Anyway, thank you for listening. I want to go. Take care of yourselves. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be happy. Lots of love. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.